It's the city. Live from Sacramento City Hall. It's the SacVibes podcast.
Good afternoon. Welcome to SacVibes, the local government podcast that educates, engages, and empowers the residents of the city of Sacramento. I am one of your co-hosts, recently returned from the depths of sickness, Danielle.
I'm another co-host, Lynette.
I'm your other co-host, Ari.
And I'm Greg, the final co-host. And we have a special guest here today with us. Would you like to introduce yourself, special guest?
Yeah, my name is Caity Maple, and I'm a council member here in the city of Sacramento.
Hey.
That's my council member, y'all. That's my council member.
Okay, District 5 in the house.
District 5 in the house.
Okay.
Absolutely.
And Lynette always holds me accountable. She knows where to find me.
Absolutely.
Not you pulling up to her house.
Yeah.
She doesn't come empty-handed, though, so.
Okay, well, that's good.
But that's kind of what we want folks to know, right? Like, if they ever need anything, go to your council member.
Yep.
Maybe don't show up
Not
at their house.
Right. Don't be doxing people, y'all. Don't dox nobody.
Maybe at the meetings. How about that?
Meetings are fine. But before we get into the meeting recap, how is everyone's day? It is a beautiful, hot, pollen-y day.
Yeah, very hot.
I could do without the pollen.
Very sneezy.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know, my allergy, I'm not going to say it because I feel like it's going to jinx it.
React.
But my allergies haven't been bad, but I've been heavily medicated with allergy medicine, though.
That'll do it.
So, hopefully. Yeah, a little bit.
Are you a Flonase or a Zyrtec or what do we?
I do all of them. You have to have like double up.
Like a little
I think
switcheroo.
You're going to overdose.
Is that healthy?
Well, the doctor said that there's like you can do more than one, like Flonase plus
That's what I do.
Zyrtec or Claritin.
Oh, the Flonase is the one that goes
Yeah,
on
the
your
nasal
Oh, that
spray.
works really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm out of my nasal spray, so.
Whatever you do, just don't take your medical advice from this podcast.
Your doctor. Disclaimer.
Consult your physician, please.
And not city staff.
Disclaimer. Yeah.
Disclaimer.
Don't be listening to Greg with your allergy meds.
Right. Overdose. Yeah.
So are you feeling better? You guys were all out last week.
We were. I was
Yeah,
down.
I mean, y'all saw that like something's going around right now.
Wait, so you guys were all sick?
Yeah.
They were
Y'all
sick
passed
last
it
week.
around.
And she's like never sick. So I was
Yes.
like,
I
that was the
was-
first time I think she's been sick in 2 years.
Oh, wow.
We quarantined
Okay, but
them.
everybody's feeling better now?
Yeah, everybody's
Or is our glass screens?
Yeah, it was just me and Greg holding it down last
yeah,
week.
it was very empty in here.
I know before you guys came over here, Greg was like, we got a full house today. It's
Yeah.
been a while.
It's been a while. It's been
I
a
had
while.
to make sure all the cameras were ready.
Yeah, but it's been good.
Yeah.
I was excited today. Senator Ashby, our majority leader,
Yes.
their staff came by to recognize me for Women History Month. So
Yay.
that was kind of
Hit the
cool.
hype button.
Yeah, that was cool.
I got to film it. It was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah, super
Teamwork
well
makes the
deserved.
dream work.
Oh, and before we forget, today is December 8th. December. What did I say? December. March 18th. Is it 18th?
Yes.
The year
Okay.
is gone.
We are recording a week ahead, just in case you were wondering. But yes,
I forgot to say the date. Well,
that's okay.
Yeah.
I said it now.
thank you.
You're welcome.
Why are you trying to put us in December? Dang.
I know.
I know.
I'm not trying to be in
Merry
December.
Christmas.
I'm so glad about this weather. So I'm
Yes,
like
this is
super
beautiful
happy.
weather.
The weather is
It is.
amazing.
Yeah.
So
I don't have to wear gloves anymore when I bike. It's lovely.
yeah. So it's been an interesting day. Like I just learned we're canceling Cesar Chavez. So I'm like,
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
That
well,
was
you know,
that was
there.
yeah. She did.
So
posthumously.
that was like
canceled.
9 a.m. I was like, well,
Yeah.
there goes the day.
and Councilmember
Yeah.
Maple and Guetta made a recommendation, I think, about renaming Cesar Chavez
Yes,
Park.
been on the phone quite a bit, and I will say this is from the mayor's office as well. The Sacramento Bee happened to quote me and Councilmember Guerra, but the mayor is appointing a subcommittee that will consist of Guerra, the vice mayor Karina Talamontes, and Councilmember Phil Pluckybaum, whose district the plaza resides in.
Yeah.
And then they will work with the community on picking a name. So
Okay.
I think that's the right thing to do. I don't think it makes sense for us to just kind of pick something that doesn't feel right.
Yeah.
Right.
And particularly working with the Latino community.
Okay, so I guess Lynette Hall wouldn't be a good thing. I was I was in there and
Hall
you
Park.
said Latino because I was like, oh, okay, well.
If you had a hall, I would have just named it Lynette,
Lynette
Hall.
Hall.
Lynette Hall. Hall.
Ooh, the Lynette Hall.
The hall.
Lynette.
The Lynette Hall. Okay. Well, okay, maybe not.
No pun
But
intended.
I guess since we already started to go into updates, I think this is a good time for us to go into our council updates, which has been busy.
Yeah.
So as I reminded you, my updates are going to be budget. So
That's right.
at council this week, we had a few city departments. We had youth parks, community and enrichment department. So they are the department that does a lot of youth programs. They take care of our parks. We had our community development department. So that department includes like our building, code enforcement, planning, animal care services. We had our finance department present, our human resources, our IT, information technology department, our department of utilities, and last but not least, our public works department. So departments are presenting a proposal of reducing their department budget by 15% and what that would look like. So those departments presented. There were lots of public comment. Next week on the 24th, we will have our charter offices, which will include the city attorney, the city auditors, the city clerk, the city treasurer, and the Office of Public Safety and Accountability. That is the department that provides oversight of police and fire. We are one of the only cities in the country that provides oversight of police and fire. So some have oversight over police or fire, but we are really unique and we have oversight over police and fire. So that is what is happening. I would not want to be you, Councilmember Maple, for anything right now.
Yeah.
It is going to be so hard because everything sounds important. It's like you don't want to cut parks, kids, people that can't afford to go on vacation, they can go to parks, right?
Community
And sometimes it's
centers.
community centers.
Mm-hmm.
They were talking about potentially like reducing community centers to only be open like 4 days a week as opposed to 6, and then only on the weekends when it's being rented out. So what that means for people in the community. So again, all of these are just proposals. There is nothing set in stone. So if you all hear they're cutting the police department, they're cutting the parks, it's a lie because
Parking.
nothing has been set in place right now. The city manager will have a balanced proposed budget submitted in April, and then there'll be additional budget conversations and hearings at council in May. So I will be reminding people your voice matters. Decisions are being made every week without you. So please show up. Don't show up late when the budget has already been passed. And then you come and talk about, I wish this program would be funded. Your time is now, between now and the end of May. But really, April and May, you guys need to show up at council.
Yeah.
Well
So-
said.
So that was council updates.
Thank you,
It
Lynette.
was a long day yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
How long were you guys there till?
I started in law and legislation committee at 11, and then it went until
Then you guys had a closed session. And then
at 2 p.m. that didn't start until 2:30 or
30-ish,
2:45, and then we had a 5, and then that ran so long that we didn't start our 5 p.m. until 6:30.
Oh,
Yeah.
And so
wow.
I think we got done, I want to say at 8:30 or 9.
Wow.
Yeah.
It was a long one. It's a long one,
day.
but as it should be. You know, it's the time of year when we're talking about the budget. This is so important. So we'll take however long it takes.
Yeah.
To get it done.
Right.
That's right.
I will say that I usually go to council and I just pay attention to a lot of different things. And I will say that although council meetings can be very long, sometimes people come up and repeat themselves. You are probably one of the council members that I feel like you have a really good face, as far as you seem like you're always paying attention to what people are saying, right? And so I'm
would
like,
feel.
you have a really good face that it's like, I care about what you're saying. And
I like
so
it when people say I have a good face. Thank you.
I like your face.
You have a nice face. I will say this. I am very intentional about that, so I appreciate you saying that because sometimes it can be really hard when you're sitting up there for long periods of time, and then before that you're in more meetings, and then I'm in other meetings, and I have community meetings. Like, I'm working 7 days a week. I know all my colleagues are doing the same. And so it can be easy to get caught up in the moment and you're multitasking. You've got emails coming in and people are calling you, and like just because I'm sitting up at the dais does not mean the world is stopping. Well, I mean, there are things happening.
Yeah.
But I am very intentional because I know that, well, even though I'm up there for hours, that person who's showing up to come speak to us, they are driving. They are maybe having to have someone watch their kids. They are leaving work. They have their whole lives that they put on hold so that they can come to City Hall and speak for 2 minutes. And so I'm like, the least I could do is pay attention to what they're saying, because it mattered enough to them to come and do that. And so it should matter to me too.
For sure.
Cool. Well, up next, we have our community conversation segment. This week, to remind everybody, the goal of community conversations is to humanize our local electeds and to get to know them on a personal level. But before we get started, Councilmember Maple, do you have any questions for us?
No, I'm excited.
Before we get in your business, do you have any questions?
I'm an open book. Famous last words.
It's like work.
Okay.
So who wants to start us off this time? Danielle, you look like you have something on your...
Oh, I'm reading the list, but I can get started, sure.
Okay.
Why don't we start with the basics? So, what is the story behind you running for office? What's your origin story?
My origin story.
Yeah.
Okay. So I have always been kind of involved, but in different ways. So I've always been on the board of my neighborhood association, or just really involved in different groups. At the time, I was on the board of the Oak Park Neighborhood Association, and it was COVID. And if you had asked me, before, 2020, if I would ever run for office, I would tell you absolutely not. It's not something I ever thought about doing. I always liked being more behind the scenes and getting work done. And I was serving on that board, and then the pandemic happened, and I was looking around and I was seeing really the suffering on our streets. So homelessness, a big issue, still the top issue today for a lot of people in Sacramento. And in particular, I was concerned about, it was at the very beginning of the pandemic. So I was like, I wonder if people know about how to wash their hands, or where they can access certain things, or vaccines, or and at the time I was working with an organization called Solidarity of Unhoused People, or SacSoup, where we would literally make food. We would give out survival gear and other stuff like tents and tarps and sleeping bags to people in encampments and people who are experiencing homelessness. And so I would go and talk to them, and they would say, I would ask them, do you know what COVID is? And they were like, no.
Oh, wow.
Because they're not, they're not connected in the same way that
Right.
we may be, where, they don't have reliable access to the internet, or they're not watching the news at night, or whatever it is. Yeah. And so I was like, oh, we got a problem on our hands. And so I actually reached out to a lot of our city council folks, our county supervisors, and I just was like, hey, what's the plan? What are we doing about this? And it became really clear to me that, understandably, because a worldwide pandemic only happens every 100 years or so.
Yeah.
That we weren't really prepared to answer that question of what are we going to do. And so I called then City Council Member Angelique Ashby, and I said, hey, I'd like to, I started raising money. I did a GoFundMe. I raised several $1,000s. I had the company I was working for at the time match it. And I said, we'd like to put out hand washing stations all over the city of Sacramento. And so we did that, and then that kind of grew and grew, and we ended up raising over $25,000. And so it was at that moment then that something kind of switched in my head, and I said, either I can be someone who complains, who shows up to council and complains, which I have done, did at that time, and says, I don't think you're doing this right, or I can do something about it. And I decided at that time that I was going to run for office, because there were a lot of things that I didn't agree with, and I wanted to see change. And so those are the things that I'm working on now. So that, I would say, that's my origin story of that decision point for me.
Very cool. Thank you.
Yeah.
You say COVID like it was so long ago, but it feels like yesterday, and it also isn't.
Well, what? It's now 6 years ago?
Yeah, it's crazy how far that's been.
Oh my God.
I remember.
Yeah, see?
Oak Park has a special place in my heart, because it's where I first started working when I moved to California. And I remember just a couple days ago, Pi Day passed, and that's right after Pi Day was when everything shut down. We were sent home.
Did.
And I was working at PS7 Middle. And I remember we were like...
wait, what were you doing at PS7?
I was with City Year, Sacramento, so I was
a substitute at PS7.
We'll have to talk about that. There's stories, but...
not trauma
What
bonding.
happens in Oak Park stays in Oak Park, okay? That's my hood. What happens in Oak Park stays in Oak Park.
Yeah, but I remember one of the kids was like, oh, am I going to see you tomorrow? My mom says I won't. And I was like, yeah, I'll see you.
6
Didn't
years
see
later.
'em.
6 years later.
Why'd you have to lie?
I know.
Why'd you
What is
gotta
it?
lie,
I
Danielle?
remember in the
Come on.
classroom they were like spinning on the floor, and someone said that's how you get COVID.
Oh,
wow.
dang.
Wow.
Yeah.
So 6 years ago.
Education
20
is
years.
key.
Yeah. It's it's a trip.
6 years. Anyway.
Okay, so something fun.
Yeah.
So the weather is heating up, so it just makes me think about like vacation. And I like to live vicariously through people, so I typically do on your Facebook. You and your husband be living y'all best life. So where do you like to vacation?
Ooh. Well, his parents live in Hawaii. So
Oh,
I
that's
know,
convenient.
yes, on the Big Island in Kona.
Okay.
Because his mom is a school teacher actually at McClatchy High School for many, many, many years. And then when she finally retired about 7 or 8 years ago, they were like, we're moving. So they sold all their stuff and they moved to Hawaii, and they love it there. And so we have the great privilege of not having to pay for a hotel.
Oh, yeah.
That's
how you do it.
especially in
So
Hawaii.
we stay in their spare bedroom, and that really allows us to be able to go. And so that's probably one of my favorite things to do is we get to go visit them. And Hawaii is just such a beautiful place, and particularly the island that they live on is very like calm and peaceful. It's not very touristy. There's not like a lot of like, so you're just really like meeting and hanging out with the locals, and there's a lot of nature. And so I would say that's one of my favorite places. But we also just love to travel.
Yeah.
I think that travel is one of the best things that you can do to open your world and
Oh, yeah.
understand other people, other cultures.
Where so besides Hawaii, where else have you been like recently?
Recently, I don't know. So we've been. Let's see. We are going to be 1 year married in May.
Okay.
So not married that long, but we've been. We've been together. It'll be 5 years this year. So since we've been together, I think we have been to 9 different countries.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And so most recently we were in Hungary, in the Czech Republic, in Germany.
Wow.
That was for a trip that we did over Christmas and New Year's. So
And that was
Did you do
one
the
trip?
Christmas market?
okay, let me tell you about my husband. Okay, so we have different travel styles. He's a traveler. He is not a vacationer. He does not want to
okay.
sit on a beach and drink out of a coconut. He wants to go.
Yeah.
So, and he really likes this idea of like checking off places. So he plans everything because he's really good at it. He loves like the logistics, and so yeah, if we go somewhere, we're going to like 5 places, and it's like it's not to be restful. It's to have an
I'm
adventure.
subtly judged by everyone because
Okay.
I'm more like your husband.
He's just like, well, we're already, for great example, one time we were in Portugal. I was like, oh, Lisbon, it's beautiful. And he's like, okay, I already booked us a hopper flight so that we can go to Marrakesh in Morocco.
Yeah.
It's only a 2.5 hour flight. I'm like, okay.
I mean, I understand the logic because you're
It's
there
cheaper.
already.
Yeah, it's so much cheaper.
Yeah.
But
And
like, I also like to chill on the beach.
there's
and-
no chill. There's no chill.
And I never make plans. I just I'll
go with the
figure it
flow.
out.
Yeah.
I don't even book hotels usually until I get there. I only book like the first night, and then I book
She be
everything.
That's crazy.
She'd be stressing me.
The
It's like the
team be more
extreme
stressed out.
opposite
I
right here.
know.
We'll figure it out. Like as long as you got a credit card, you can figure it out.
And I'll say this too, like, we both work in public service. Neither one of us makes, I would say, a whole lot of money, but we're able to travel because we really do it on the cheap. Like Sam, that's his name, my husband, like, he should probably have another career as a travel planner. Like he will book us. Like we got our flights to go to Europe for like $250 round trip. He's crazy. He will look on the websites every day and find so we like travel very inexpensively, and I think that's been a really great thing that allows us to go do some of this stuff. Otherwise, I don't think we would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like coupon person.
Coupon.
I'm like, you need to start like a travel service so that you can do this for other people because it's really
For
cool.
It is a
Sure.
skill, for
Yeah.
sure.
It is
At
a
least
skill.
a blog or something.
right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's awesome.
You had your next.
So I guess more serious. What's the hardest decision you've had to make as an elected official?
From Hawaii.
Oh,
I know. I'm sorry.
Okay, I'll be. That one is an easy one.
Okay.
To answer because I can tell you exactly what it is.
Wow.
It was my very first vote on the city council. The Rook. Do you remember the Rook?
I do.
Yes. So it was a piece of equipment for the police department.
Oh.
And essentially, the police department had applied for a grant to get this piece of equipment called a Rook, which actually was just used the other day in Oak Park when the gentleman that was at the Oak Park Market, luckily, was gotten safely in because of it. But essentially, what it is it's like a caged device that allows them to go in and lift up to second stories, and it has a shield. But there were a lot of people that felt really strongly about it in the community, and they didn't want the police department to have more equipment, and that's military equipment because it falls under that law. And so there were a lot of public commenters, and it was a tough hearing, a tough meeting. And I was truly unsure of what I was going to do almost the entire time. And I just asked a bunch of questions, what it's going to be used for, what it's not going to be used for, all of these things. Because most of the concerns that people had were like, oh, could it be used against, in protests? Could it be used against people experiencing homelessness? Could it be, what are the things that it could be used for that would be outside of
the scope of the
yes.
Yeah.
And, the police department said, yes, we're not going to use it for those things. Here's the law. And so
it's like a rescue device?
Yeah, and it's actually most often used for people, primarily women, experiencing domestic violence. So if someone's holding you at gunpoint, that's when they would usually bring this in. It's a way that, because it has a metal shield, so if somebody tries to shoot at you, it allows you to get in. And that's actually the same case that just happened a few days ago in Oak Park, where there's a gentleman who's holding a gun to his head after he had unfortunately, allegedly, shot someone else. And so it's really sad, and I wish we didn't have to use it, but it is something that does exist. And it was a really tough vote. It is still tough. I mean, I still get asked about this. It's now been 4 years.
Okay.
And I'd be out in the community, and people will be like, hey, what about that vote? And I'll be like, all right, here's, and it also taught me a lot. I'm so glad it happened early on in my time as a council member, because it taught me a lot about how to make decisions, how to communicate effectively. There's a lot of things I could have done better, 100%. And then also it taught me how to stand strong on something that I knew was the right thing to do. So, for example, someone asked me this recently. They'd say, hey, if you go back, in time and you could do it differently, would you change your vote? And I said, no. I still think I made the right decision, and these are all the reasons why. But it's challenging. In this job, you have to make decisions sometimes, and there is no good side. Sometimes you will be on the bad side of everybody, but if you believe it's the right thing, you still have to do it.
Yeah.
And so I just try to stand by that. But yeah, that was a tough one.
Okay.
Like the first day, too.
Yeah, literally
It's all
day one.
downhill from there.
Community was in an uproar, and I think it was a lot of misinformation. Like, people thought that this equipment could shoot at people, and it was like, no, all this equipment does is protect the officer, so that they can intervene when they need to. And
is that the thing they were calling the tank, or is that something else?
Oh yeah, and that was a whole nother thing. So
That's different, the tank?
Yes, it's not a tank.
It's not a
tank.
But actually, I remember the Sacramento Bee, one of the reporters ran a headline that said, Caity Maple said she was a progressive and then she voted for a tank. That was the actual headline. And I was like, what? And so I actually did not talk to that reporter for a while, but we're cool now. But I have since had conversations with some of the leadership of the Sacramento Bee at the time. I was like, hey, just so you know, that the headline that was incorrect, it was not true, led to some really negative outcomes for me and my staff, including we had to shut down my social media for 7 weeks. People were threatening me, threatening my life. They were threatening my staff.
Dang.
It was very, very emotionally traumatic time in our office. And again, it also taught me a lot about how to lead and what it means. And I think particularly on communication, I think that you can't solve for everything. You can't change all of the ways that people are going to feel about things, but you can communicate as best as you can to try to make sure people know where you're coming from. And I could have done a way better job of that before the vote and after the vote. And I think I've taken those lessons and learned from them. But still, I would say that was by far the hardest vote I've had to do so far.
I appreciate your honesty and transparency, because I think that sometimes, and also just your self-awareness, because immediately when we asked the question, you knew exactly, you didn't need to think about it. You were like, oh no, I know exactly what that moment was.
Right.
Yeah. And some people
it's still
are
there.
not aware.
It still hurts.
and so that's a pinpoint of self-awareness as a a public facing person. So
talking about it is healing.
Yeah.
yeah.
And that's why we try to get the facts out, because a lot of times people are just going off in emotions and incorrect information. Because one, it was that this equipment does not have any capabilities to shoot at people or anything like that. It just really protects the officer.
Yeah.
And then also, no taxpayer funds were used to purchase this. This was something that was purchased through a grant that the city received, and the grant was very specific in what it could be used for and what you could purchase.
Yeah.
And so we have been using the Rook, but we were borrowing it from the county. So it's no difference. Now we just don't have to wait for the county to allow us to use
That
it. We have
part,
ourselves. So
that's actually one of the thank you for bringing that up.
Yeah.
That was one of the most important things that actually helped me make my decision, was that functionally nothing actually changed.
Right.
People's emotions changed, but what was being done on the ground in law enforcement didn't change. They were using the Rook no matter what. They've been using it for years.
You just had to borrow
The
it
question
from...
was, do they call the county and do they say,
they have
hey,
to
do you guys
wait.
have the Rook available? And meanwhile, someone's holding a gun to someone's head.
Right.
And they go, oh,
Can you
okay.
imagine
And they
the
wait for
logistics?
it.
Yeah.
Versus us having it in storage and being able to get it. And then also now the Sacramento Police Department then loans it out to other agencies that might need it too. So that's part of the agreement. So that was a big decision point for me, where I was like, okay, because this job, it's really, at least this is how I view my job. I can't be emotional in the decisions that I make. My decisions have to be rooted in the facts. That's why I always read everything and I look at all the data and I ask all the questions, and I try to make my decisions that are very rooted in factual information. And sometimes that can be very different than the emotional, how people feel. And you have to be prepared for that. But the facts on the ground that you laid out, Lynette, that's really all of the points that went to my decision.
So you said we loan it out. Do we charge? Because, we broke. We can't be loaning nothing for free. We need to be sending all these jurisdictions a nice little
Invoice for your 1.5 hour.
I actually don't know the answer to that, but when you have Chief Lester on, maybe you can ask her.
I will. Send them a bill, Chief. Send them a bill, Chief.
Yeah.
Might have to increase the rental fee.
Okay.
Okay, so let's do an easier question again. Go up and down here. What type of music do you listen to?
Oh, all kinds. I know everybody says that, but I actually mean it. If you looked at my Spotify, you'd be like, oh, wow, that's a mix of literally everything. But I will say I listen to a lot of hip hop.
Okay.
A lot of hip hop. And
what era?
Greg's about to.
Okay, so it's a mix. I listen to a mix. I like some of the newer stuff, but I love a lot of
Who you listen to that's new?
Okay, so for example, with the Drake and Kendrick Lamar situation, I was in a tough spot because I'm a huge Drake fan. Okay, but I love Kendrick Lamar too. And then Not Like Us came out, and we all know what happened there. And so now Drake is no longer with us.
R.I.P.
Sometimes I still hear his voice.
I still hear his voice. It's great.
But yeah, I like a lot of later 90s, early 2000s hip hop,
okay.
obviously.
Okay.
I also listen to a lot of stuff that's less popular. So you know Atmosphere?
Yeah, I know Atmosphere.
So fun fact about me, I was young and dumb, but I have a quote from an Atmosphere song tattooed on my back from when I was 18.
Okay.
And I have seen him live now probably 6 times, and most recently actually just a few weeks ago here in Sacramento. So
he came here?
yeah, he was at Channel 24.
Oh,
So
shout out to Channel 24.
yes. Woo.
Okay.
So all over the map. And actually, I'm on the SACOG board, the Sacramento Area Council of Governments, and we're going to be doing a study mission to Minneapolis.
Oh,
And in a couple of months, and that's where Slug is from. And so the original origins of Atmosphere. So I was sending songs to all my board members, you guys got to listen to Atmosphere before we go. And they're just like,
What about Paisley Park? Are you going to pass by there too?
we'll see. I don't know. I actually don't know what all the trip is going to entail yet, but I'm excited. I've never been to Minneapolis.
Right on.
Okay.
And hopefully it won't be cold by then. That's
Seriously.
I've heard
When
it's
is it
miserable.
going to be?
It's brutal in the
May.
Midwest.
Oh, yeah, you're good.
Oh, yeah. I think
Mosquitoes
sure-
probably. but-
Make sure you invite community engagement out to your events. We have a new partnership with Channel 24, so we'll have some free tickets.
Do you want to come to my town hall tonight at the Oak Park Community Center, 6 p.m.?
I might come by there.
okay.
We
Yeah,
have
that's
our
right.
city managers joining us.
Okay.
The budget team will be there.
Oh.
Yeah. That was just a shameless plug for my town hall.
That's fair.
Please do.
No worries.
That's fair. Very fair.
Also, thank you also for outlining what SACOG means. I guess you know about our acronym rule.
Yeah.
Yes.
That is it should be a rule for everybody.
Yeah.
So I try to catch myself.
Yeah.
A lot of
appreciate
acronyms in
that.
government.
Mhm.
It is. I don't have the pie right here, but we do have the pie face game.
Yes, for people that say acronyms and don't explain what it is.
But it is, yeah.
Because that creates a barrier for people
It
to
sure
be
does.
engaged.
And we fix that barrier with whipped
Yeah.
cream.
To do.
Anyway.
I know we've been going fun, serious, but as a resident big bag, what is your favorite cuisine?
That's what I was going to ask.
Right now, Indian. Oh, I love Indian. I just had to, after the council meeting yesterday, I had to stop by Bombay 21st. Like my favorite Indian spot. It's not in the district, so I don't want anyone to yell at me from my district because we also have some good Indian food in G5. But I love Bombay.
Bombay used to be my number one,
Uh-oh.
but I'm going to tell you who knocked them out.
Yeah.
Tandoori
Tandoori
Fire,
Fire.
right across from City Hall.
You can walk to it right now.
Walk
On
to
night.
it.
Actually,
Yes.
fire.
Right across from
I will
It
check
is
them out.
So good. And the service, they are just the customer service. When you go in there, you're eating with gold.
Yeah, I was about to say, this
spoons
is one
and
of the
forks.
gold
I mean, it's like
utensils.
it's really, really nice.
Okay,
So-
we're gonna have to. So you,
But Bombay
you like
is
the
good, too.
atmosphere. You like
I like the atmosphere. I like the food. I like their customer service. They're just
They're
really, really
nice,
nice
too.
people.
It's
They're
close
really nice.
by.
It's close,
You can
yeah.
walk right across the
But
street.
Bombay is good too, though. So I don't want to. Yeah,
you
they're
don't want to
good.
get
I'll give
canceled at
Tandoori.
Bombay.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love. Also a big fan of Mexican food. I represent Franklin Boulevard, so
Yeah.
some of the
Oh,
best
yeah.
Mexican food of all of Sacramento.
Taqueria
yes.
Espinosa.
So many good places to eat on Franklin Boulevard, and I want to do a kind of a battle between Franklin Boulevard and Northgate one of these days. Because if you're thinking about like
Shots fired.
where's
wait.
where's the best Mexican food, I say Franklin. Like that should be the battle.
Northgate as a resident.
Okay. And there is Algo Bueno on Northgate, which is absolutely delicious. But
Okay, we might be
would
able to
be a
get something.
fire
We're gonna get some
event.
competition going on. Okay.
just saying.
Yeah.
Battle of the
CE
Tacos.
team, I think we should
Shots.
hold this event.
We might have to hold the event. Okay.
We might have to have a neutral territory.
So speaking
I will
of
judge.
speaking of like different parts of the city, like what is your like favorite place in the city of Sacramento?
Does it have to be within the city limits? You did say the city of Sacramento.
I said city of Sacramento.
How about regionally? You want to give it a pass?
We can do
I
Region.
just feel like,
Region.
you know,
Metropolitan area.
I love the river. So I
I'm
guess
glad you
that
said
straddles
that. The river.
both the county and the city. But I feel
Yeah.
like you'll often hear me say, because I'm a nerd, that what makes Sacramento so wonderful and like historically significant is it's the combination of two rivers, or the connection point between them, and that's why so many peoples have settled here over many thousands of years, because it's just a wonderful place to live, and having the river there makes it that way. And so yeah, I love being near the river. I like being on the river. I don't have a boat, but I do have paddle boards.
Yay.
So we love to go out there and paddleboard.
You have the inflatable or the hard one?
We have the hard ones.
Yes.
Another, I should just give my husband another shout out. He's really good on Facebook Marketplace. Like
okay.
almost everything in our house, we have like
That's
bought
me, yeah.
at half price or something. And
How
so
much did y'all get the paddle?
we got both of the big fiberglass ones. I think for total we got $500.
Hey,
$250
that's a
each.
good price.
That's how much you're gonna spend for an
Yeah.
inflatable one.
Yes, right.
Yes.
That's right.
And they were
wow.
like in great condition. It was just like this couple who lived. We did have to drive to Folsom
Yeah.
to get it, but yeah, they
That's
were
a deal. I would do that.
they were
too.
like
Oh, yeah. I'd
moving
drive
or
to Folsom
something.
for that.
Yeah, so we just
If you
picked them
go,
up.
take your fiance with you. Don't be driving to random people's houses for no.
No,
discount.
He always comes with me because I am
Take the
also-
fiance with you.
I am also a Facebook Marketplace
Never go alone.
warrior, and this is
Yeah,
why the
safety
paddle
first.
boards are personal to me, because it's not. A couple weeks ago, I was asking everyone for a paddle board, and I was trying to haggle for one. So
Did you end up getting a deal?
I think I got one inflatable one for $75.
That's a good deal.
That's a good deal.
Okay.
Yeah.
Pretty
Yeah,
good.
so I just think our rivers are precious. Our rivers are our precious resources. So absolutely love it.
That's my favorite.
Have you paddleboarded on the American or the Sac River?
On the American, yeah.
How
Sac
is
River.
Ugh.
it? Yeah, I know.
That's where COVID came from. The
never mind China. It was the Sac River.
Patient zero was the Sac River.
It was like a slew of disease.
Well, I think there's just a lot of boats. Like people go really fast, so it's not the kind of environment you want to be paddleboarding in. It's just like safety wise.
Yeah.
But the American River is beautiful, and it's like
a lot cleaner.
you just kind of
You can see the bottom at least.
Yeah.
But yeah, you also have to watch out for the rapids. Don't want to be doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have one day I want to paddle from Watt Avenue all the way to like downtown somewhere.
Oh, that's
American.
That's easy because that's where the flow goes. You can
Right.
literally just lay on your back on your board and you'll end up there.
But I wonder how long it'll take. I've never.
It depends on. I know this deeply because I've done this with like river floating too.
Uh-huh.
Do you guys float when?
Oh, back in the day, yeah.
Yeah, like when you're younger in your 20s and you just like spend
when
the whole day.
alcohol was still legal.
Yes, I won't confirm nor deny any alcohol use on the river, but I will say that there was a long period of time where I was floating. But yeah, you can start at Watt if it's the summertime and the river's high. I think you can get from Watt to downtown in probably like 3 hours.
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
Brings
doable.
some
Don't quote me on that. I mean,
long.
I'm a little bougie. I'm gonna be on the boat. Like I just know me.
You are.
I'll wave at you guys from the
Yeah, throw some water.
You guys need drinks.
Right. Am I behind?
Throw her over the peons.
Is alcohol on the river not allowed?
Yeah,
No,
it's
you
not
can't be
allowed.
drinking
Girl.
alcohol. You going to jail.
There you go, telling on yourself again.
She didn't say she did it.
I'm just asking.
As her attorney.
Question.
That's
Going to
her
jail.
attorney.
Question.
You go to jail.
For real. You're going, ma'am.
Point of clarification.
Ma'am, please. No more questions.
That will not be an approved time off at the city. You're in jail. Like, no, ma'am.
No
Free Danny.
reason for absence, jail. I don't see that
I
on the.
don't think that's on the
recaps.
time sheet.
I don't think it's on the time
sheet.
I don't
On the time
think it is.
sheet.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Okay, where are
All
we?
right.
Where are we?
Yes. All right. So tell us one thing you're looking forward to doing in your district this year. We're at the top of the year. It's an election cycle, and yeah.
Well, we can talk about this separately because can't.
Yes, that's fair. Yes, that's fair.
I have to be really careful about that because it comes up a lot. If like even at like town halls and coffee meetings and whatnot, they'll want to talk about something and they'll be like, and then re-election. I was like, nope, can't talk about that here.
that one.
Sorry,
No.
can't do it. But we can have a separate conversation somewhere else. So one thing I'm really looking forward to. There's so many things. This is a longer term project, but one of the things that I've been working on for many years now is I want to bring a library back to Oak Park.
Yeah.
There was a library there that was a city-owned library until the 1980s, and then the city sold the building. It was right across from McClatchy Park. It's a really beautiful brick one, and they sold it to McGeorge Law School, and so McGeorge then turned it into a private law school library, and that's great for them. The problem is that we don't have a library in that area and haven't for many years. Fun fact: I was born after the 80s, 1991, and so
You were born in '91.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Are you guys
Just hurt my soul.
Are you guys gonna be okay?
Not y'all have
think we just gotta
palpitations
cancel.
over there.
Oh
do,
my
do you need
God.
a minute or?
I'm elderly. Like,
I just aged 10 years. Did you see that?
I love doing that to people. It's like one of my favorite things
she
to
does
do.
that to us all the time. We'll talk about stuff, and she's like, "Huh?
I love doing it on the dais, and I'll be like, "Oh yeah, that happened before I was born." You can see it in their faces. They're like, "Oh."
I think
And I'm not even young. I tell them all the time. I'm like, you guys, the moment I knew I wasn't young anymore is when I was a teacher substitute at the middle school, and they were like, "Oh, how old are you?" And I was just like, "Oh, I'm 20." And they were like, "Oh, you're like, I am old to young people.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
they
that's
think
right.
I'm old."
The young people do shame us.
You were
Yeah.
born in the 19s like the rest
Yeah,
of us.
I was born in the 1900s, and so that means that I'm old. So anyway, so back to the library.
Yeah.
So I this year I actually have the pleasure of serving as the chair of the Public Library Authority, something I'm really proud of and excited about. And so yeah, it's been an effort for 4 years now, and I don't think I'm going to solve it this year, but we're getting closer.
Okay.
We're working on identifying a location. We're working with the community. There's a group called the Friends of the Oak Park Library, which is run by a woman named Miss Dorothy Benjamin. Might be familiar.
she's been wanting this for a long
Time.
Yeah.
So we're just moving one step at a time. I've talked with our Congresswoman's office. I've talked with our senator, and we're trying to get the pieces together because it costs a lot of money.
Yeah.
If we use a building that's already existing, which we are planning to do, it will probably cost us tens of millions of dollars just to update it so that it can be a library. So it's a long-term project, but that's what I really like doing in this office. Is it's easy to do the smaller things and get a win. Say, look, I did that. Yeah. And you have to do those things too, but the longer term things, they're harder and they take a lot more time and they're a lot more convoluted. But if you can get it done, it makes a big difference. And most importantly, to people's lives. Like right now, the data, not to nerd out too much, but if you look at the data which the library has provided for us, that they pull the data on where people live and which libraries they go to, or if they go to a library. Yeah. And there's the Colonial Heights Library, which is on Stockton Boulevard. And a lot of people have historically said, oh, well, people from Oak Park will just go to Stockton, go to Colonial Heights. Well, no, of course not, because have you tried walking across Stockton Boulevard?
Yeah.
Right.
You know, it was a freeway at one point in time. It was a highway.
Do I want to read or do I want to live?
Yeah, literally. Literally.
Gotta weigh the cost.
So the data shows that they're not doing that. Yeah. And so the reality is that people are just not served by a library. And we know that. So we have to do something about it. So
that's something. That.
Thank you.
One of my favorite places is the library. I learned how to code in the library in my neighborhood at Del Paso Heights.
Okay. I was wondering which one.
So yeah, that's a great
and you guys are going to be getting a new library soon too. The old Sacramento News and Review building.
We are.
Oh, really?
So exciting!
That's going to be a library.
The groundbreaking in I think it was like November of last year.
Yeah. Councilmember Dickinson in the library. Yes, so exciting. That's a really cool historic building too.
Yeah. Super excited.
I had no idea the McGeorge Library was the old Oak Park Public Library.
I didn't want to tell your business, but I was like, I know you're super excited about that.
Yeah.
She's going to law school.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Part-time, so I'll still be around.
Are you at McGeorge?
Yeah, so I'll be
Nice.
around D5 quite a bit again.
Okay.
So we talked
Well, you know
about
how to get a hold of me if you have any complaints.
Oh, there you go.
So
Hello.
we talked about the library for people that like to read, but for people that like TV, what's your favorite TV show? What are you watching these days when you have time, when you're not in council meetings all
I
day?
watch more TV than I probably should.
So what's good?
Tell
right
us.
now, what is the name of the show that we're watching? It's on HBO. Oh God, this is where I'm going to be really bad. It's about like the stock market in London. So random.
That sounds familiar.
What is the name of the show? Somebody help
No
me.
idea what that is.
Okay.
If I was able to get my phone out right now, I would look it up.
Something on HBO. Okay.
But yeah, I watch a lot of TV, but I would say I really like documentaries.
Okay.
I'm a big fan, and this is going to be so embarrassing, but it's just true. Anyone who knows me really well, I'm super into true crime.
Oh, okay.
So like murder documentaries, like solving crimes.
Watch out, Sam. Watch out. Watch out, Sam. Watch your back.
He's industry.
Industry.
You know how to hide
Thank
her
you.
tracks.
The show is called Industry. It's really good. Yeah, it's also really like dark and.
Oh, yeah, my wife
Okay, I
watches
like
that
that.
show.
It's good. Yeah, I like the characters are kind of crazy. There's a lot of it's kind of stressful.
Yeah, one of the
actually.
characters doesn't have eyebrows.
like,
Now that I think about it, I feel stressed.
Who needs eyebrows? They're overrated.
Yeah, one of the characters doesn't have eyebrows. That's why I remember about Industry. Well, it's like very light. Yeah.
Oh, what?
I just noticed that for some reason.
Eyebrows are overrated.
Male,
these days.
female.
Female. What's her name? I don't even know
Maybe
the
they're
character's
just really
name.
light.
Maybe they're
Harper?
light. I don't know.
That
I don't
is
know
so
the character's
funny.
name.
Okay.
No,
All right. We're gonna move on from that.
Anyway, sorry. Okay, what was your funniest moment that happened to you as an elected official?
Oh gosh. I have a few that I can think of, but the one that comes to mind, again, this is back at the very beginning, like when I first got elected.
Not that first year traumatized you.
Right? Like a roller
There's some
coaster.
good and bad. You learn a lot in the first year. So again, yeah, actually tied to a fairly traumatic situation, huh? So I was elected in November, and then I was sworn in December 13th. And then if you remember, there was a big storm on New Year's Eve that year.
Oh, yes.
Yes, like big storm, like 1,000 trees in the city were knocked down, and everything was flooded.
Including my fence.
And power was out for days at a time. And so that's when I came into office. And I literally had just gotten the keys to my office. I like they gave me the login for my email. I'm like sitting in there. I don't have any staff yet. I don't have anything. It's like an empty office with like no computers, no nothing. And I'm like opening up my laptop, and then I get a call on the phone, and it's this woman who lives in a senior community, and their power has been out for 2 days. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like she's like, we don't have anything. Like we can't, like we don't have power. We don't have food. We don't have water. I'm like, oh my gosh. So I was literally me and the person who would later become my chief of staff, Ryan Brown. We were in the hiring process. For anyone who wants to know how long that takes at the city of Sacramento, I'll tell you. Forever.
Yes.
And so luckily he very kindly was doing some work pro bono for me at this time. And we were driving around the city, and we were dropping off care packages for people who needed basic things because their power was out. And so we go to this woman's house, and she has an African parrot who is her like baby, her child, this parrot. And she keeps saying, my parrot is cold. And she didn't care about herself. She just cared about her parent. And she kept calling and saying like, my parrot. And so we went to the store and we got hand warmers, and we brought her hand warmers so that she could warm her bird. And she called back later, like a week later, and was just like, thank you so much. I think it was even on the news, actually. Now that I think like KCRA or somebody did a story about it. It was about
warmed up my bird.
Well, no, it was just about her and her cold parrot, because apparently African parrots are like, they have to be at a very specific temperature. I learned a lot.
Okay.
So anyway, though it was a scary situation in the moment, it ended up being kind of funny, and we made a joke about it later on in the office, like, my bird is cold.
I was wondering, like, while you were telling the story, like, does she remember that this is supposed to be funny? I was like, okay.
I think
like,
you
where
have
are you
to
going
laugh
with
when
this? Oh my god.
At trauma, now that I think about it.
Warming up a parrot, that's pretty
That
funny.
is pretty
like,
funny,
hearing
yes.
words,
But she kept saying like specifically the line,
My bird
calling
is
me like,
cold.
my bird is cold.
my bird is cold. Like, not my kid.
My bird,
not me.
My bird is
But
cold.
my bird.
And we warmed her bird.
My bird.
So
We're serving the great people of D5 every day, y'all.
See, you kind of have to
Every
be
way.
careful too. You might warm it up too much and cook it by accident.
What? Was it a hand warmer?
Well, we have some chicken.
Greg's not right there.
I hope she's not listening.
No, your bird will not be chicken. I'm sorry, man. Sorry.
Bird ain't cold no more.
Peter gonna shut us down, or the animal care side will be shut down.
Okay.
Okay, so when you're not helping constituents and people, which I'm probably sure you do most of the time, what do you like to do for fun? Like, what are your hobbies besides paddleboarding? What are your hobbies?
I really like to walk. That sounds like I love to walk. So I walk around the park all the time. I take like on the weekends if I have some time, which is pretty rarely, but if I do, like I just like love taking like 3 or 4 hour long walks. And I'll listen to my like
That is a walk.
podcast.
That is
Yeah,
a
it's
walk.
like I will walk for like 10 miles. Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, and I used to, before I was elected to office, I used to love to hike. So I started a group called the Sacramento Backpackers and Hikers on Facebook, and we had a bunch of people, and we'd show up and do hikes every weekend. And I can't do that anymore because we usually have community events every weekend.
Sure.
Yeah.
So I'm more stationary in Sacramento, but I try to get my steps in and do it that way. So I love to walk. I love being out in the river and paddleboarding during when it's nice and warm outside. I love spending time with my friends. Like, I really enjoy just like going in and like grabbing a cider or beer on a patio on a warm day, like going to like Urban Roots or like Two Rivers Cider, which is in my district, and just kind of enjoying time with my friends. Yeah.
And keeping your bird warm.
Keep my bird. I have a dog, and she will come with us. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
No birds in my house.
Okay.
No birds. Okay.
So how about this? What is one? Oh wait, did we already ask the one thing? I don't remember.
Just go ahead.
What is?
Oh yeah, we did ask that. I already
Okay.
asked that one, right?
As
Yeah.
a child, what was your dream job?
Oh wow.
Bird warmer.
I feel like it wasn't too long ago. She thought maybe one. So like last year, like
If you asked me when I was a kid, I'd be like, I'm not gonna work.
You're born in the
I know, right?
1900s.
A job? Actually, I found this book. I was digging through my old stuff that like my parents had given me years ago, and I found this booklet from when I was in first grade. And they ask you at the end, like, what do you want to be when you grow up? And I was like so interested to look at my answer from when I was in first grade. I was like, this is gonna be something really cool. And it was something that I was so surprised about. I was like, there's no way I wrote that, but I must have. I put graphic designer.
Oh, interesting.
Not that there's anything wrong with that job. It's a great job, but like I do not have a creative bone in my body. Like I can't draw.
You know how to draw?
No, I can't draw a stick figure.
Well, I'm impressed that as a first grader, you even knew what a graphic design was.
Right.
So shout out to your elementary school. That did a good
Very
job.
career oriented.
I guess that would be the actual right answer, given that this is on a piece of paper from that
Very
time
specific
period.
too.
That's so funny.
But yeah,
Okay, we got time for one more.
One more
Okay.
before our lightning round.
I think the one that I confused it was so after everything, like say that you're done with being in public office, what's next for you?
Ooh. Since you're
haven't
so
really-
young and stuff.
I haven't really thought super far ahead, to be honest. I hope. I don't know if I'm allowed to say this on the podcast. Maybe
Bad.
I'll be here another term, well, depending on what happens in the, with the election.
I thought you were gonna say a bad word.
I thought it was gonna go really low. I didn't. Yeah.
Yeah.
What did you think I was going to say?
I don't know.
We don't judge here.
We don't judge, but I just had no
This
idea.
is a safe space.
This is a safe
safe space.
We're all unhinged. It's okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, just to be completely honest, I love like policy work. I've done that even before I became a council member. I worked in the state capitol as a lobbyist. Before that, I worked for a bipartisan think tank and did budget policy. I just love thinking about big problems and how to solve them, and little problems too, and all kinds of things. I'd love to be a problem solver, and so I see myself after my time in public office doing something in the policy world, probably working for a nonprofit on issues that I care about. So I've already dedicated my life to public service. Why would I stop now?
There you go.
right.
Well, seeing how our society is, you've got about 80 years more, because our
Because you're not retiring.
Our electeds usually go to about 100, so
Yeah, right.
so you got about 80 more years of being an elected.
You got plenty of problems to solve.
I'm putting this on record right here, right now. If you see me working in my 80s, somebody come grab me by the ear and get me out of there, please.
Just now
Free
starting.
me.
At 80, you're gonna be like, and I'm running
I will
for.
be on a beach somewhere.
You could be out there complaining about your bird is
in the
cold at 80
United
years
States.
old. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Before we get into the lightning round, we need to kind of set the table. We need to
Okay.
get the wagers going.
Okay.
As you know, we have a hot seat, and we have 14 questions in 40 seconds, correct?
40.
And if you don't get through it, then you have to do something silly. So
Right.
what is the wager going to be for you this time?
So what are my options? I can
You
dance.
can dance,
I can
you can sing.
Councilmember Kaplan's wager, which she was, I believe, the first one to get through all the questions.
That's right.
Was she was going to dress up in costume at council. I was really excited for that.
And not tell anybody.
Okay, can I tell you a fun thing? So I love costumes, and my stuff, and everybody knows this, and so I like have a closet full at our office
Okay.
that I wear to different events.
Is that what you're
Strange.
volunteering?
Like, I know we're not judging, but okay.
like for events? So like for Halloween, like I have been
okay.
a hot dog, I have been a pickle. I don't know why there's so many of those. And then
You must have been hungry when you were
Just when you think you know somebody.
it's just because they're so easy to put on. You just throw on the whole
Oh,
thing.
yeah, right.
I've got. We do an event every year called Southside Santa, and I dress up as an elf. So I have an elf costume. I don't know. I just like really like doing things that are like fun for the kids,
Okay.
and like going like when we do events. So I have a ton of. So that could actually be a fun one. But I don't
Okay.
want to steal. I don't want to steal the same idea. But since
Well,
she didn't get to do it, I think that's
she
still a
didn't
good
get to do
wager.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think so.
Okay.
I mean, you going to wear it on the dais? Or?
I will do it.
Okay.
And then we were supposed to come up with something for her to say about the community engagement team, right? Yes. She would say it at council. We were
Like I have
supposed
to read a
come up-
statement?
Read a
Yeah.
statement. That was kind of
My bird is cold.
yeah.
And I can't give any context.
Yeah. No, that's it. That was Karina Talamantes that came up with that. So we still need to follow up with her.
Does
and
she not
send
wear her
something.
costume?
Oh, that's right.
It wasn't
yeah.
a costume, but she is going to say something at council, just super random.
Yeah,
and we
hold
get to,
her,
we get
hold
to
her
pick.
accountable.
We get to pick.
I will go say something to her right now.
Yeah.
Put
The
in a
word
good
on
word
the
for us.
street. Yeah.
Is you didn't say the word at the council.
Okay.
Okay.
Maybe after
Okay,
budget
I
season.
read
it's
another
kinda-
one. This is not to take up too much time on this, but do you guys follow the weatherman who like takes rap songs and then incorporates it into
Oh,
his
yes,
weather
I see
report?
that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I could do like incorporate like some rap lines into my comments in council.
I would.
Oh, that
die.
would.
Yes.
Oh, we would love
I
that.
Yes.
would love that very much.
Yes.
You better read them questions slow.
Okay, so is that
I
let's go with that because it's unique.
I
Okay.
am a neutral party.
Okay, so
I read the
reading
questions for
rap
you.
lyrics on the
What
dais.
team are you on?
Dang.
Pick a
Let's
side.
make it clear right now.
Pulled rank.
I know. Danielle, you want to come into work
Okay. 40 seconds on the clock, Miss Ari. Are you ready with the timer? You
Yep.
gotta find the app.
Okay.
Because she born in the 19th, too. I said 2.
Okay.
I'm ready. I'm here.
Okay.
Okay, who
Okay.
just snorted?
That was me, sorry. Are you ready, council member?
I'm ready.
Okay.
2,
Okay.
3.
You are now on the hot seat.
Favorite after-school snack as a kid?
Oh, pizza.
Allergy medicine of choice?
Zyrtec.
Romantic comedy or action movie?
Action.
On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being high, how much do you love the Delta Breeze?
Oh, 10.
Current last book you've read or currently reading?
Leadership on the line.
Sweet or savory snacks?
Savory.
Cats or dogs?
Dog.
Name of the last song you listened to?
Oh God. Not Like Us.
10
Wow.
seconds.
Oh my god. Last time you went to a restaurant you had a meal at? I was sabotaged.
El Noviero.
Favorite sport or exercise activity?
Walking.
What's your favorite comfort meal?
Mashed potatoes.
Mashed potato.
I love mashed potatoes.
Hey.
For my 11th birthday, I made my mom make me a mashed potato cake. Oh, 3-tiered. I am not kidding.
That,
So-
I love mashed potatoes.
wow.
Oh, so this is funny because she doesn't eat anything white.
Look at her judging
She's racist by the food.
eyes.
Yeah. She doesn't eat anything white.
I don't even know where to start with this.
I eat rice.
Right.
Wait, let's start with the fact that you're off the hot seat first.
Well, I have no idea why. but
And I was
I couldn't
sabotaged.
get through
You
all 14
literally-
questions.
You took like 5 seconds to ask a question when I had 10 seconds left.
I
That
can't
was
wait.
your
I
fault.
can't wait to see what you wear
I don't
at
know
council.
what happened. I just couldn't see the questions anymore. I was like,
Because Lynette's hand was over the paper.
I can see.
Like to say, like good under pressure.
okay.
Very well.
Okay, if you add enough butter, it's not white.
It's
No, ma'am.
That's what I do.
enough butter.
No,
What if
so-
you use the purple sweet potato?
I thought about that. That's
Could you mash them? No.
so good.
And so
Is it a
Really?
texture issue with the mashed potatoes?
I think it's
It's not just mashed potatoes though. It's
Mayonnaise. You don't like mayonnaise.
anything.
And so ever since our office learned this, every time there's like a white food, they're like, "Ari, do you eat this?"
what about like angel food cake?
what is that?
What is that?
Cauliflower?
No,
Damn.
Vanilla ice cream?
I do like vanilla.
Okay, so we have
Okay,
rice
okay,
and ice
okay.
cream. So actually,
Yeah,
that's
you eat
it.
rice.
No sour cream.
Oh no.
As long as you eat rice, we're cool. You can come to my house.
I love rice. Rice is a staple.
Yeah,
that's a
yeah.
staple. Anything.
Don't be eating that
Barbie.
brown rice either. Even though I'm brown, the brown rice is.
Nobody likes brown rice.
Nobody-
Nobody actually likes
I mean,
it.
it's
No,
good
they
for
don't.
you. I'll eat it, but I don't like it.
Not a fan.
Yeah, no.
Anyway.
Yeah.
All right, I made it through.
You
Yeah.
made it barely. Well, did she? I feel like she didn't get through all of them.
I
So I
didn't
feel
get
like
through
she's
all
gonna
of
have to.
them.
Was there another question?
What's the remaining?
Did I say so? Last
You didn't.
last Sacramento restaurant. you had
Yes.
to go at? Did I say that one?
Yes.
Coke or Pepsi? Go to company.
You didn't
No,
say Coke or
Coke or
Pepsi,
Pepsi.
but that's not my fault.
Yeah.
No,
That's not my fault either.
you didn't say it.
But you ran out of time, so
that's
you're
not-
gonna have
let
to
me
wear
see
your
it.
outfit.
Let me see the question.
The reason why we had to print these out is because Councilmember Kaplan knew about the wager and she studied the questions before.
She did.
That is
interview.
unfair.
I mean, Lynette's hand was over the paper. I have to give council
Snitch.
member
But that with that said, no, I will follow the rules. And actually, let's see. There's one. I think there's like 2 questions. You didn't ask the beach or museum one either.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm on the hook.
So can we send you a statement?
No, you're
And
gonna
you said
send me.
with-
You're gonna send me your rap song of choice, and I'm going to
Oh,
incorporate
you-
it into my
okay,
council comment.
Okay.
I'm
ready. I kind of can't wait. I'm gonna. We can't. It has to be something like not.
Are you familiar
super,
with Two Life Crew?
It can't be the budget. But
yeah.
But it can be something like lower stakes.
That's fair. That's fair.
Okay.
I'm thinking about some E40 songs.
I will say for the record, it cannot include any unsavory
Explicit.
language.
Hey,
Anything
man.
explicit.
Are you a
Hipper
child
than
of
a
the high
hippopotamus. Hipper than a hippopotamus.
as I always
It's not-
say,
Just
you know,
sprinkle me. Just sprinkle me, man.
sometimes we say gas, break, dip.
Dip. Dip. Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, there you go.
All right, I'll take it. I'll take
That'll
it.
be
Jesus
fun.
Christ had dreads. So shake
shake
it.
Everybody gonna be in the audience like,
Jesus
I
Christ.
am going to
Lord.
be crying.
Someone save us.
Oh, Lord.
super random with like a pickle outfit on. Like,
Okay, we're not combining
oh,
all
you're not
these.
combining. I was gonna have you rap with the pickle outfit. Oh, okay.
I have a reputation to keep. Okay.
She's trying to hold a public
She
office
said
here.
one or the other.
Okay, man.
Let's close this out.
Thank you for coming on,
Yes,
first of
thank
all.
you so
course.
much for your
Yeah.
Thank you for having me.
Yes. Are we ready?
Yeah, we're ready.
Let's,
We're out of time. We
okay.
overtime.
We are over time. So thank you so much for vibing with us today. Remember, we're on YouTube, Spotify, Instagram, LinkedIn, I don't remember, Facebook.
Friendster, MySpace.
MySpace, Black Planet.
Do
on
you like them?
Follow us.
Okay.
Yeah, I do.
Okay,
Yeah.
good.
All right. Yeah, we'll vibe with you next time.